what I learned from my mother.
Oh, what I learned from my mother is to be kind. Be kind to every human being. My mother is the kindest person that I've seen. My mother is so kind that she's also kind to people who are not kind to her. My mother believes that the best way she can pay you back for your unkindness is by being kind to you, so that you will see what you should have been that you were not to her. That's how I treat people. I
think you
see,
got that from her.
You might upset me, but I'm telling you, sometimes I forget. I forget that you upset me, and I begin to I forget. Good. You have to remind me.
I should look forward to upsetting you so you forget. Hopefully you forget mine too.
No, honestly, Joy, I forget. I forget so easily. There are people that, let me just leave it there. I forget. And sometimes I forget in a bad way, that when people begin to remind me, I'm like, I don't really remember, and they feel embarrassed. Oh, so you mean I'm not that important that you forgot? And
well,
I
yeah,
forget.
of course.
Because there's so much.
If you're a negative energy, why would you be so important to occupy my space? I need to
there's
move.
so much good. There's so much good to be done in life.
Yeah, that you see, my mother on something negative.
At a point in our life, my parents were separated, and you will not believe that my mom never for one day told us things that our father did bad to her. It shocked me. I'm telling you the truth. There was I remember this episode. I'm just telling you this because you asked me about my mother. Yeah. I remember this episode that some men saw my mother. It was in Soka market at the Odoano. What do they call Odoano? Odoano is butcher's shop. I'm just cracking a joke. It's at the butcher's shop.
The abattoir.
The abattoir. Thank you. It's not 7 o'clock yet, so my English hasn't. So this
it's not intelligent more hour.
They saw my mom at the abattoir, and they told my mom that that man is a very stupid man. My mom said, no, calm down. It's not something we can discuss here. Please come to my house. Come to the house. Let's talk about it. So they were talking about my dad. So the two men, they came to our house. My mom invited them on a Sunday, and she cooked food. You know how we entertain people. And the men ate. And when they finished eating, and I said, madam, they greeted my mom. And then my mom now said, okay, what is it you people wanted to talk about in the market? Yeah. And the man said, that's your husband. Do you know that? My mom said, 1 second. Let me tell you something. You see that man? That man is the father of my kids.
Oh.
If I didn't tell you anything, you do not have any right to open your mouth before me and begin to. If I ever hear, and my mom is as quiet as she is hot. It depends on what side of her
you're asking for.
People go and ask people about my mother. Mother, her
you
name
can
is
flip the handle from cold to hot.
When you see me, I'm a replica of her. Her name is Nwanyanwu
dear, so cute.
When it comes to she was very beautiful. She loved fashion. She's very fashionable. And when it comes to being kind and being down to earth and being humble, she's also that kind of a person. After she won this man, she told them to grab whatever they have on them and leave her house. So why am I saying this? I'm saying that these are the kind of things that I learned from her. I remember a guy too who was very mean to us. We were living at the Queen of Rosary secondary school in Nsukka, in the staff quarters. This guy was so mean. This guy wrote a petition to have my mother sacked and sent out of the quarters.
Wow.
But it just happened that later on they transferred this man. The week that they were about to leave, the day before they left, my mom cooked food, and all of us, early in the morning, we woke up early, before 7, we went and knocked on their door. And the man was surprised. He opened the door and he saw us with food, lots of food. And
Wow.
they were shocked. And my mom said, you see, we came to thank you for all the things that you have done to us. You've been a good neighbor. No, she didn't say a good neighbor. She was just, she was saying it was now left for the man to know how he had treated us.
Yeah.
For everything that you've been to us, for everything that you've done to us, this is a way of expressing ourselves. And the man broke down and started crying. This is a big man. He just started crying. He didn't say anything. My mom didn't have to say anything. My mom didn't have to say you were wicked, you were mean, you meant bad. He just started crying. It's even making me emotional right now to see somebody that big crying. And no words were said. No words needed to be said. And we dropped all that. All of us cried together and we went. Today, I'm best friends with the son.
Wow.
So these are the things. That's why I treat people the way you see me treat them. I treat issues the way I treat them because I learned that from my mom.
Oh, thank you very much for
And she
articulating.
taught me to love too. So
yeah, I can see the emotion.
yeah.
May her memory be for a blessing.
Oh
May her
yes,
soul rest in
yes,
peace.
yes.
Continue to rest.
My mom was my friend. She exposed me to everything. She never kept anything from me. I was so close to my mom that I would come and tell her about a girl that I liked, that I was chiking, and she'd be giving me tips on how to, we were that close. There is nothing. I never, and if I say this, you'll be like, no, it's not true. I didn't lie to my mom. Let me not say I never lied, because as a kid, we told some lies. But when I was conscious enough to understand the importance of not lying, I never lied to her. Right up till the time she died, and she died in my arms. It's something I'm so grateful to. I think I had the best mom, and she was very young. She had me when she was like 18 years old, and she died at 42. So we're very, very close. And it was a very good experience. Yes. Let's talk about another thing.
Yeah, I'm glad I was able to get that out of you. And what have you learned from your father? What did you learn from your father?
Okay. So, you see, one thing my mom told me, she said, look, it doesn't matter that things didn't work out between the two of us, but she always says your dad is the best man that I could have ever married, because my dad was intelligent, and everybody that knows my dad knows what I'm talking about. My dad was very intelligent. My dad was super intelligent. He was a very fearless man. My dad would take a whole village. he would take. My dad was. In those days, I don't think they called themselves activists, but my dad was more than an activist. There was a time he challenged the whole village, and when they tried to intimidate him and do stuff to him, he managed to get to the local government. I don't know whether it was local government station or council or whatever they called it, and he brought the police with their truck. And if anybody that talked to him said, why did you do this? He said, pick him up. And they were picking the whole of our village. So
what a radical.
Yeah, so exactly, it was a radical. So if anybody wanted to find trouble, people would say, like, are you sure you can handle it? So, so It was the one that they went to when you needed to write the
Goodness.
letter. You have to go to him to write the letter in the village, and then he later taught me. He taught me. I was a student in his class in primary school. He was supposed to be teaching secondary school in these days. He was a teacher, but he said because of me, he wanted to teach me, and immediately I finished primary school, he resigned from teaching. He wanted to grill me. He grilled me so much that if the score, if he set a test and it was 10, if you got 5 out of 10, that was a pass mark, right?
Yeah.
Now, if you got 4 out of 10, you'll be flogged 1. Okay. If you got 3, you'll be flogged 2. For me, if I got 9 out of 10, I'll be flogged with the people that got 4 out of 10. That's how mean it is. Oh my goodness. The kind of conversation I had with my dad was, he wake up in the morning and I said, he used to have lots of praise names. My dad loved me to pieces. It was so crazy. He had so much praise name for me. He'll say, my name is Cadet. So when I wake up in the morning, he'll say, Cadet Officer. Nana. Then he will ask me, we're living in Enugu in a one-story building, and they had the balcony. And I was very late to them, but I remember he would say, Nana, officer, have you been to the front today? And I'll say, I didn't know that front meant war front, but front for me was the balcony. He will now tell me to go to the front now. So I'll go to the front. I'll look up our street, look down the street. We're living in Udi Road, Asata. Then I'll come back. Then you'll ask me, did you go front? Have you been to the front? I'll say, how is the front? How is the war front? And I'll say, everything is normal.
As a warrior.
As a warrior. So from my child, and this is good. So he pumped this thing into me that I could do.
You don't see yourself small. Exactly. You don't see yourself as unfit or insufficient.
When I was afraid of the night, my dad took me, and he took me he said he's going to take me by 12 a.m. I said, no, he said, come out in the village. We came out. He took me on a path to the bush. We went long distance and we came back. And he asked me, did anything happen to me? He said, so don't ever be afraid of the night. And it's just I think he pumped me so much that I practically believe that nothing was impossible.
Yes.
Nothing. I just think nothing is impossible.
And you live that belief. You live it.
And he would just wake up. My conversations would be like, he would say, he was a poet too. So from a young age, I knew about Macbeth, Julius Caesar. I knew all of those things. In a nutshell, I had very powerful parents from both sides. They were just very great. And I feel very privileged. You can see why I tell you that I'm blessed. I was really pumped from both sides.
They poured it in on you.
With love, with intelligence.
They poured it on.
Everything, And it would be a shame for me not to impact people in such
likewise.
Yes.
Awesome, in like manners.
Yeah.
So, what is the one thing Dr. Chidi Nwanyanwu Cadet know for sure? What is the one thing you know for sure? At the end of the day, you're convinced that
I know for sure, like I know that my name is Chidi Nwanyanwu. That's not when what you I mean. Do.
That's not what I mean.
No, I'm coming. I know you asked me what I'm sure of, what I know, what I'm sure of.
You're convinced about.
What I'm convinced. I am convinced that as long as my name is Chidi Nwanyanwu, as long as there is day and night, as long as there is God, that there will be sowing time and reaping time. You will reap whatever you sow.
Ooh.
That I know for sure. I know very well for sure that if you are good, good will come back to you.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter how people put you down. It's just all I ask for is time.
Yeah.
Time has a way of taking care of everything and
every problem. Yes.
So people who have been mean to me, I sit and I watch and I see them even come around, and I'm like, everything just resolves in front of me.
Yeah.
As long as I have time. Yeah. And if people have shown me evil, I've seen them get evil back. Maybe not from me.
Yeah, yeah. Usually not from you.
God just shows me this thing. So that is one thing I know for sure. And a little expansion on that is that in knowing that when you sow good, you will reap good.
Yeah.
I also know that harvest doesn't come the same way the seed was planted.
Ooh, it comes more.
If you plant a single good, a single seed of good, it will come back multiplied good. Yep. If you plant a single seed of evil, when you repeat, oh my goodness, you will reap multiple evil.
Yes.
So that is one thing I know for sure. Like I know that my name is Chidi Nwanyanwu.
Yeah. Wow. Let me take a little pause on that and say, if this is your first time coming on our show, the Amaka Bekee Talk Show is largely a one-on-one interaction with my guests who may or may not be Nigerians, who may or may not be living in diaspora. And this is celebrating our uniqueness, propagating our values, cultural values, and staying true to our cultural identity and cultural heritage. So this is once again Dr. Chidi Nwanyanwu on the Amaka Bekee Talk Show. And Amaka Bekee is your amiable host. And I will also again say thank you very much, our viewers, for your generosity of viewing. Thank you for your comments, your likes, and please share across all your networks, various networks all over the place. Encourage them to view our content, to like, to subscribe, and thank you very much to our generous subscribers. You are the real valuable players. We don't take your love for granted. We thank you very much, and we continue with this show. So Chidi, once again,
yes.
Have you made your family / loved ones proud by how your life has turned out?
Oh yes, I set out to do that, and I must have a yardstick of measurement.
You have to have a clap for that. You set out to doing that.
Yes, and
that's the intent.
I am sure I know that I have done that.
Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Of course, you are a great achiever, and your achievement runs deep and wide and wild. And you continue to achieve. Guys, yeah. Dr. Chidi Nwanyanwu is I don't even know why I call him Dr. Chidi Nwanyanwu. He's more than just a doctor, but I kind of like the sound of it. I love the rhyme. Dr. Chidi Nwanyanwu, he's everything. He's more than a man. A million man in one.
Can I tell you the truth?
Sure.
Left alone, I wouldn't even go ahead to have all these accolades or all these prefixes that you put before my name. Some of them came by accident, but you don't owe people explanation.
Yeah.
Some people sit down and they think, oh, you're just acquiring all these names because you want. I don't have to prove anything. Some of them, they happened as you excel in education. You got your master's degree. Probably, do you know that if architecture didn't have master's degree, maybe I wouldn't even have had
a master's degree.
Because I was so much in a hurry. Okay.
Yeah.
Let me digress a little bit. I got into architecture because I was so, I was in secondary school, I was so busy. By my class 2, I was already the best in art. I was painting for other people.
Wow.
I was in the cultural group. I used to dance at Tilogu in school.
Wow, I danced at Tilogu a little bit in elementary school.
I was in senior debating
in church
society.
though. Yeah.
I was doing so many things, and chemistry was not my best because I had one teacher. We call him man substance, because that's how he pronounced substance. So you say substance. So that
my God.
that made me hate chemistry. Imagine a teacher would say, so the substance is a so I hated chemistry. When it was time to choose a profession in the university, I had failed chemistry. And when I took it again, I think I got a pass. So I was looking for any course where I didn't have to choose chemistry.
Yeah.
I thought I was going to read medicine. So I found out that architecture, it didn't need chemistry. That's how I entered architecture.
Wow.
So from doing architecture in school again, I was busy. I had not design team. I was already making shoes and clothes and apparel. I had a business. I had a company in UNEC. I was making so much money in school.
The dexterity is like
yeah, I know. I was
off the charts.
Let me brag. I won't say I won't. Let me just say I don't want to brag. In school, I was among the richest students in UNM because I had a real company. I was making aquariums. I was making clothes. I can sew ladies' clothes even right now.
Oh, right.
Yes, I could make ladies sandals and shoes and necklace. I did all that in school. Yeah. Way back in school. In fact, there was somebody was running me down. Somebody was running me down. This was even yesterday. They ran into a lady who were in the same school together, and they were telling the person that, you know, I was the one that I sent Chidi abroad. I sent Chidi and the wife abroad. You know what the lady said? The lady said, "What is it the same cadet we are talking about?"
Because his wife is Canadian.
By school, he was already rich. He was by school. He already had a company.
He was already into a lot of things.
Yes, he was already into a lot of things, but so it's confusing. It doesn't mean people can make money and lose money and all of those things. But anyway, a little digression. That's how I did architecture, and then you got your master's degree because you had to do your master's at once
with architecture. Yeah,
you know. And after that, you came back. I became born again. I started training. I didn't become a pastor before I left Nigeria, but I was in the process of becoming a pastor. Yeah. And then I came here, and then I still wanted to pursue it, but then you had to go through some schooling here. And I registered with Tyndale University here. Yeah. I registered, but then I was working and I was very busy. I needed to make money. I saw that I couldn't do it. I took a leave from Tyndale Tyndale Seminary here. And then out of nowhere, when I had that issue, when I featured Apostle Suleiman on our channel with Stephanie Otobo, some guys in America saw what was going on and they followed the story and they saw that I was very credible with my stand and everything. They invited me to come and do a doctorate with their university. They offered me that free. And that's how I went ahead to do the doctorate with Erica. And I became Reverend Dr. Chidi. And so that added the doctor in my name. So some people think I had to, you know, go after it and all of that. I just wanted to be a pastor.
And even if you did, like, isn't that a worthy goal? Isn't that
I'm just saying it to maybe to help somebody who is killing themselves somewhere. They didn't even
thinking,
yeah.
I like that you said it because I mean some people, and I'm glad that someone might find an answer to all their worries and concerns about on this show.
Exactly, on your show. This is the first time I'm saying it. So that somebody will be able to understand the trajectory and see how it all happened.
Yeah, it's not to compete with them or to
you don't have
brush on their fragile ego.
I'm just living my life. And then we now when I went to when my father died, and I buried my father. I did all the traditional rites. I killed cow, goat, everything they told you to kill. You do all that. And after the ceremony, by right, you become Obuzuru, you become Obulifi, you're a chief. But after that,
take on a title.
They gave me Nabweni.
Yeah.
But after that, I also now joined with a group of people. We belong to a forum in my village. They call it Ozala Ozala Group. I forgot the name we call ourselves, but it used to be Ozala Forum. Then later, now came to the WhatsApp group. Okay.
Yeah.
And there we came together and we fought against segregation in my town. And we did a huge ceremony. We invited a lot of people. People like Jim Obodo was there, Reverend Chukuma, former Minister Bat Naji, former Minister Mweke Jr., and a lot of people came together. After that, the Igwe of our village now decided to honor the principal actors in that thing and now invited us. And I had to go with my family here and we went back to the village and he gave me a name, but I didn't want to take another name. I wanted to take that same name that my clan people gave to me. So I just still retained Nabweni. So I'm actually a double chief for those people who are angry that I'm one chief.
Who are you worried that you're one chief? You're double chief.
So they now, they now did that one. And of course, when I contested for governorship, from being what was that? When you become aspirant, from being aspirant, once my name entered the ballot paper as a governorship candidate, of course, they started addressing all of us as His Excellency. So that went down the history as His Excellency.
I said it. I knew that Chidi was a lot of things. Excellency. Good things, not bad things. Whoa, all the accolades in the world.
So you see, that's how all this came to be.
I must say something to you too, you know, and this is like from, would I say a spiritual point of view, your best days are yet to come.
Amen.
You know, all this hard work you put in, all this being involved in a lot of things, all this, you know, thriving and rising to the top of everything you have ever been involved in. Its time is coming. You're just building the blocks that will someday you would have to do the roofing. And when you do the roofing, it'll be time to move in and leave it there.
Don't forget Mr. President too.
Oh yeah. There's, you know, there's no limit to the accolade or achievement or accomplishment we could pursue. And sometimes we'll be gifted it. You know, people who are ministers didn't pick up any ballot, whatever. They were promoted to and appointed to becoming ministers. So who knows what's out there for you, you know?
And finally,
good health.
And the one that I appreciate most, that's why I just love Chidi. I just love when people just say Chidi. And that's why
extra. You woke up this morning and you love yourself. So how long is extra?
No, when people say, some people have corrected me. Some people have corrected me. They say, when you have it's Dr. Nwanyanwu. No, that's
yes, Dr. Nwanyanwu, but Dr. Chidi sounds very
it brings me it's you know, that's likeable.
That's true.
Now we have the doctor, but let's bring it on the street level. Dr. Chidi. Dr. Chidi is better.
Street level. It's cuter that way.
Yes, it makes me normal.
Good. So as we move along,
yes,
2 words that best describe Chidi Nwanyanwu are?
Well, kind and ready to help.
You say kindness.
Yeah, kindness. Okay, kindness and ready to help. Well, you want a word? want a word, I don't know, find a word to feel it, but kindness, I just want to be kind, and I want to be able to help as much as I can.
Generous.
That's me. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, helpful. Whatever.
Thank you. Yeah. So, have you any guilty pleasures?
Any guilty pleasures?
Something you think you do too much of, as a way of, I don't know, like something you're into that you probably think you do too much of.
I think I'm obsessed with my wife, but don't tell anybody.
Okay, that's a good one. Don't quit.
Sometimes.
Keep it up. Okay,
let me just come close. Every time I want to tell you a secret, I want to come close.
Yes.
Sometimes I find myself lusting after my wife. I don't know if it's a sin.
It's not. It's not. It's not at all. Unless she considers this one, but I doubt.
No, I just kidding.
It's not at all. Like, your secrets are safe with me, okay?
And by the way, Amaka, yesterday was our 17th wedding anniversary.
Wow, so, congratulations.
So I'm happy to be on your show on
the 17th anniversary. Congratulations. Happy anniversary. I hope your love continues to work stronger and your bond grow even longer, and many other good things that are there in your future to enjoy together.
Amen.
As well as your children.
Amen, Amaka. Amen.
So do you have any snobs, anything that you're, not for me, not into?
Yes,
I get you to doing this.
I can't stand, okay, you mean something that I do or something I dislike?
Something you dislike doing that you're just not for you.
I don't like being fake. I hate fake people. I just don't like.
So you don't like acting?
No, I don't.
Any situation that will make you an actor.
No, I don't like to be put in a situation where I have to be a different kind of person. I have to be politically correct. I have to be. I don't like it. I just don't like it. I don't like it.
You don't want to feel that pressure.
I find it very uncomfortable. Let me say I find it uncomfortable. Yes.
Yeah.
If I had my way,
that's a really good that's a really good personality trait. Personality traits, but also it also means that you score high in emotional intelligence, because you have a way of first, you like to be yourself, and you also have a way to coping with your stresses, albeit pressure from peers or maybe a societal expectations, right?
Yeah. My expectations are not. Okay, I'm in competition
with yourself.
Exactly. How did you know?
No one else.
I'm in competition with myself.
That's what a lot of people say, not most, but a lot.
No, I am in competition with myself, and that's the person that I am competing with. So whatever I have, but remember that I have goals. I aspire to be like people. I raise the bar all the time. I have people that inspire me. I have people that I want to be like in everything I do. But as soon as I attain a milestone, I start competing with myself again, because it is the me that achieved that milestone that I am competing with again to do much more than myself did. Some people get it wrong. They tell you they are competing with themselves, and you're wondering, how are you doing that?
How are you, like, you haven't...
You understand what I'm saying?
We don't understand what you mean. Like, you're just trying to use a cliche that you haven't
they say it as a cliche,
taken the time to think
You're competing with yourself, but tell me what you have done.
You're competing with yourself, really. Like,
so which
you're competing with yourself, you should be making significant progress. Waves. Something that is outstanding. Someone would like say, oh my goodness, you know?
Yeah.
And it's not just a success that is limited to your own vision, or sorry, to your own views. No. I mean, to your own, how do I put it? You're the only one who know about it. That's what I mean. Like, to your own knowledge. I know. You're the only one who knows that you've succeeded in A or B. It's not that outstanding that someone else can see it.
Your success has to be seen.
It has to be seen.
Yeah. You need to make it. It has to be
seen. It's not something that no one knows unless you talk about it.
Exactly. Look at this Cubana. I don't want to get into details, but just listening to him, and he's talking about empowering people and doing this and doing that. And I'm like, I'm asking myself, who will come out and say, Chidi impacted me, I know I've impacted people, but I'm asking myself, have I really done enough? And I am moved to want to do more because I realize, oh my goodness, people are doing a lot. Yeah. And I need to do more. I have not done as much as, who have I even done as?
I'm pretty sure if you're put in the position where you're able to do more, you will. And sometimes the position might be the affluence, you know, to be able to doing that. Sometimes the position might be that you have contacts, you have network of people who you could contact to help, you know, support someone who is in need. So at the end of the day, it's still your list of people that you have helped. You know, is the list of influence that you have made within your own sphere of reach. So I'm personally, you know, not just impressed, but also, I don't know, inspired by the young man. What's his name?
Cubana.
Yes.
Cubana.
Yeah, he's just, he makes me feel proud to be Igbo. He makes me, you know, feel proud.
I'm hoping,
and he restored my hope in this, would I call it, in this generation, that this generation gets it. They understand the importance of helping people, of pulling people along.
You see, the thing there is, and you see, there are so many topics that we have put on the hold on this chat. Yeah. This one is a topic for another day. You people who can stand Obi Cubana, they cannot understand, or they cannot stand or explain or come to terms with what I call the miracle of the 2020.
Yeah.
The miracle of from 20 pounds to 20 billion. How did it happen? In 50 years? From 20 pounds to 20 billion in 50 years. You can't explain it. You have to go and figure it out before you begin to understand what just happened with Obi Cubana. Yeah. Because this is the same person that his fathers got 20 pounds. What did they do to that 20 pounds? What did they do? What is it that happens within this set of people that is able to take that 20 pounds over a period of 50 years, multiply it to a point where their children and their children's children are now controlling 20 billion from 20 pounds. Go figure it out. And that is the history of the Igbo man.
That's another bombshell information you're just dropping. We're going to go deeper on that on another segment. But for now, let's continue with legacy.
Yes, sorry,
the one-on-one talk show with Amaka Beke, the amiable host. Oh my goodness, I'm so loving this segment. So, Chidi, do you have a favorite Nigerian food?
A favorite Nigerian food?
Yes.
Food?
Yes. I know we've talked about Opa.
Apart from my wife's egusi soup, ogbono soup, apart from her fried rice and jollof rice, apart from her fried plantain,
you have no favorite.
And beans, you know that beans
that
when it's brown like this, or her yam pottage. You know, it's not porridge. Her yampo, that's what it's called. If it's yam porridge, it's not. But when it's yam pottage,
and
the yam is not just, it's not sharp. The yam is dull at the end because they have to stir it and stir it, and it's yellow with red palm oil, and there's dried fish inside it. Apart from that, apart from her abacha with ingredients like pomo and stockfish and all those, apart from that, and then apart from isiewu, soup, and apart from you're already making me hungry.
Oh, too many. Okay, I get the point. So, Chidi Nwanyanwu, what's your favorite Nigerian music or artist?
My favorite Nigerian artist, honestly speaking, apart from
are we gonna go through all the list of apart from?
By now, I'm sure you must have understood me. Apart from Fino, apart from Flavor, apart from Davido, apart from Fela, apart from any, I cut
Fela is probably your favorite.
From way back to now. No,
Fela make the list.
Well, Fela, see, the thing is this: I don't have a favorite. Why I don't have a favorite is that when I listen to music, I listen to music in a certain way.
Yeah.
In fact, if you ask me my reigning music right now, it's KC's cultural praise.
Wow.
Why is KC's cultural praise? Is that it's an embodiment of the kind of person that I am.
Yeah.
I love Ogene music. I am a traditionalist.
Yeah.
There is something about
the sound. You be dressed on traditional wear today. I was looking forward to that.
I didn't know what I was coming for. Now I know what this is. If you had told me I would have dressed in traditional, no problem.
I was going to mention, I thought you have your traditional hat on, but I thought, okay, it would go well with
you told me. But you're not dressed in traditional, so at least
I don't have to.
Okay, no problem. Next
I'm not
time.
a chief, you are.
No problem. Next time.
So, I think you're Dr. Chidi for the day. So I don't know.
Yes, I'm Chidi actually. I'm just Chidi.
You're just Chidi. The street Chidi.
So yeah, the street Chidi. I love the street Chidi. The street Chidi is streetwise. Streetwise, you can't go wrong. You can't go wrong at all.
Yeah, not at all.
And it's the streetwise Chidi that goes to Home Depot and says, I want a discount. And they say, what do you mean? Sir, there's a price on it. How can you be asking for discount? I said, call the manager. The manager
will find a way of giving 15%.
And the manager says, what are you asking for? I said, I need a discount. I said, why? I said, because. I said, what do you mean because? I said, because I'm your customer. I want a discount. I said, oh my God. And he gives me a discount.
Wow. I should apply that someday.
Oh, do that. Do that. But anyways, in music, KC combined Ogene music with modern music. And this was a group of men. People don't understand why that phrase is special.
Means a lot, yeah.
Because men, the way men are, and the kind of stereotype impression people have about men.
Yeah.
And for you to see, it doesn't have to be born again, it doesn't have to be religious, but for you to see an artist, somebody who dresses, gather some men, and they are singing praises, there's something it does to you when you hear men singing like that. You know, men have, and they put out their bass line and all those things. It's interesting. And so that's the kind of music that appeals to me right now. But then when you see all these young artists take Afro beats to the level where it has international recognition, I drop my heart for people like Davido, Wizkid, all of them. You know, they took
big ups, Casey.
Look at Alade.
Praise.
Alade, what's her name? Yemi Alade. Look at
look at her dance. Every dance she inspires everywhere in the world.
Look at all of them. For Beyonce, had to come and do
to recognize.
People didn't understand.
And Burna Boy, who won the Grammys.
People thought that it was them that was that Beyonce was actually exposing them. No, Beyonce was using them to expose herself.
Yeah,
because they were
to try to connect with her fans across the globe. Yeah, exactly. Nigeria has come a long way in music industry. Yes.
Oh yes.
Especially in the recent years, in the last few years. I mean, I'm speaking.
Joyce, sorry to cut you off. When you come to gospel, look at somebody like all their names
Ada Ehi Moses.
No, yes, but
her songs don't sound like they are from Nigeria.
This lady I'm talking about is Chinwo.
Mercy Chinwo.
Blessing Chinwo. Yeah. You hear her singing. Look at our own
and the one guy, I don't remember his name now.
There's so many of them.
Amazing.
So Nigerian music has come a long
way. Frank Edwards,
Frank Edwards, all of them.
All the Christ Embassy group.
Oh, they're doing well.
They're doing amazing.
And
Joe
they have tried to show you that Bucci, you can be a gospel artist and you can make it singing gospel, and you can live well.
Yeah, and
they don't have to
you be recognized globally too.
Of course.
Always staying true to your vision. And
when people like Don Moen are doing a collaboration
coming to Nigeria to minister those days.
Of course.
Yeah. So it's time.
So you see, I don't have
we are returning the favor.
Nigeria. I don't have one.
You're just into it. That is something that your guilty pleasure as well, clearly.
Well, but you understand, you shouldn't be surprised because we also have
and you also have your own praise.
We have a Grateful Family. We have a musical group. And we have a 12-track album out there.
Yeah,
we have a musical video. So
and your music are wonderful too.
I'm also a musician, so it's difficult to stick to one genre of music. We just love good music.
Yeah. And always good to like appreciate the artistry and the what do I call it? The gift, the talent. Yes. Because you see, we all are talented in many different ways. I mean, singing is, the ability to write a song is not one of the talents that I have, but I have been in the choir, and I love singing, I love music, and every genre is welcome. The only thing I think I don't particularly like, maybe because of the way it sounds, is rock. Besides rock, I can enjoy any kind of music. Doesn't matter.
And I never liked rock. But you see, let me tell you something. That's why it's important to remember what I told you in the past. I've learned to be present every moment of your life. Open your eyes, your ears. There's a lesson to be learned from there.
Yeah.
Growing up, when I finished my youth service, I stayed with a group of friends. And one of them loved rock. It was the one that introduced me to rock. Aww. And that made me appreciate rock so much. Yeah. And I remember, no, it wasn't even him. It was my uncle, Dennis. He had a big library of rock. So I was exposed to rock early in my life. So I came to Bon Jovi, Sting, all these people. I came to AC/DC. I came to love them too.
Yeah.
So I had that time of rock in my life. So able to get the good songs out of them.
Yeah, out of
them. And I don't love everything about them, but they had quite some very beautiful songs.
Ones.
And that helped to develop.
Yeah, I think John Bon Jovi is good. Elvis Presley.
John Bon Jovi.
I'm not very familiar with Elvis Presley music, but
Elvis Presley. I was introduced to Elvis Presley by my mom. My mom, early in life, I had Elvis Presley songs. I was playing them when I didn't even know.
When you didn't even know what genre of music it was.
I didn't even know what genre of music it was.
Oh my, he was an icon. He was a legend.
Elvis, I remember those days I was, since my baby left me, dun, dun. My mom would be laughing.
See why I said I'm not familiar with his music. I don't know any of his songs.
Oh
so Chidi Nwanyanwu.
Yes.
Do you have a role model?
Do I have a role model?
Yeah. Someone you look up to, your icon.
Okay. Again, I don't know why I don't have singular things. Like I don't have one person,
yeah,
or one thing that inspires to me. It's always a multitude of things. Maybe because I do a lot of things.
Yeah,
so I have people inspiring me based on what I'm doing.
Yeah.
When it comes to activism, my role model will be Moyele Shore.
Okay.
Even though I know people like Malcolm X, Martin Luther King, Mandela, all of those people.
Yeah.
But like I'm a realist. I live in the now, right now.
Oh, okay.
I have.
You're a modern man.
Exactly. The people, because I'm now, what I know is right now, what's happening right now, not what happened yesterday. Nobody say, my father get money yesterday. Now.
I get that before, not be your property.
I get that before.
You don't go, forget.
You don't go. We're talking about now. So right now, Omoyele Sowore, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, they are my icons when it comes to activism. Wow. So I respect them. They inspire me. When it comes to
they are still the living legends.
Exactly. So when it comes
change,
to other
change agents.
Yes, when it comes to my profession, architecture, I have people that that inspire me. When it comes to business, I have other people that inspire me, and that's how the list goes on and on and on. So it depends on what I am doing at a particular time. Okay.
And every given opportunity and given curve, you have someone who you look up to.
And for what I do, there's always
in
someone
such environments.
There's always someone who inspires me, and that's what I can say. That I don't have one particular person.
Yeah.
Okay. Can I tell you something? Sure. When it comes to, I find inspiration right up to my kids. You'll be shocked. Yeah. When it comes to when
you're multi-talented, that's what basically
when it comes to games, and I'm somebody who loves video games to a fault. But right now, the person that inspires me is my son with video game. But don't let him hear that I say this. I want to encourage him.
He's a man like his dad.
And when it comes to being compassionate,
maddest man.
When it comes to being compassionate, my daughter Ijoma inspires me with her level of compassion and the kind of thing that she does with her classmates. She just takes upon herself. If somebody is being somebody she doesn't even know, someone she doesn't know in class, she just takes upon herself and begins to defend them. And then she'll say, I gave my things to this person. I'm like, why didn't you eat your lunch? Yeah, they didn't have a lunch, and I felt like they should have mine.
Really? Kids don't have a lunch at school?
Man, crazy things happen.
That's shocking.
That is a message for another day again.
How do you send a child to school without a lunch?
No, you tell me that. You don't believe.
We have to talk about that. Wow.
And then when it comes to managing money, my wife is my inspiration, because her ability to manage money is second to none. I have done business, but you've not seen a shrewd Abwenu woman like my wife. So
yeah, I think I'm a shrewd Abwenu woman too, not Abwenu, but yeah, a shrewd Jewish woman when it comes to money management and life management.
Exactly. So I have people inspire me from, and I get inspiration from places that you will rarely believe. Maybe it has to do with I'm an artist. I paint very well. I draw portraits. Like I'm not art for me. It's not like part-time. Like someone say, oh Chidi, you too, you know how to draw. No. In school, I used to paint for money. Like I draw people's portraits. I can draw you perfectly for money.
Wow.
So that's the kind of thing I do. So, and as an artist, because I've done art on a commercial level, you get inspiration from
anything
things,
and everything.
something around
and it's
you.
therapeutic too.
Exactly.
You know, I am not an artist in terms of drawing, but
yeah.
I have heard people, and I believe that is highly therapeutic. What I do that is therapeutic for me in the sense of art is writing.
Good. Good.
Yeah,
Good.
I write.
Good.
I write a lot.
And when you write, you get inspiration. You get inspiration from.
I get inspiration
from anything.
Sometimes I go back to the things that I've written, and I couldn't believe I wrote those things. I always like, wow.
That's one thing I need help. I need help with writing. I can't get
hire me while I hire you for the painting.
I sit down and put things together. I start writing one thing and other things enter my head.
I can imagine. Because you're an octopus. How could you focus on one thing?
No. It's with writing.
You can't focus on the subject.
I want things that you do fast and finish. You know, if I start writing, I've started so many books.
Yeah.
I never got to finish them.
Yeah.
I've started the book about the immigrants, which was going to talk about my journey to Canada and all of that, my experiences, my Canadian experience.
Yeah.
It's actually a movie in the making.
Wow.
Yeah. And then even coming out of my experience with politics in Nigeria, I started writing. I still couldn't finish that. But one of these days, if it's God's will, we'll do that. If we don't,
the thing about writing, especially writing a book for publication, like you have to have a drill sergeant standing by you for you to be able to complete it. Even book writers who are like authors, they have drill sergeants that give them a date to finish that for publication, for them to be able to, because it's hard, you know, especially like, you know, personally, I think it's the same for everyone, but I'm speaking from a personal experience. When I'm writing and I feel like that moment of inspiration has expired, I want to step out from it. And I wouldn't put a pen down until the inspiration comes back again. So I don't like to waste my time of writing or sharing or whatever, because I need to be positively, fully inspired at that time that I'm writing it. So it wouldn't, you know, elude me. It's very important to me that I am writing from a well of inspiration and not just putting words down. No.
Okay.
I think most people have said that. I'm not alone on that.
It's okay.
Okay, the last but not the least. Maybe the least. Dr. Chidi Cadet Nwanyanwu, what's your legacy? What would you like to be remembered for when your time is done on earth?
When I die, I want to be remembered as someone who left this life like a ringed towel. You know, if you put a towel in water and you take it out and you wring it, and after you squeeze it,
and nothing comes out.
Nothing comes out, and you hang it to dry. That's how I want to be remembered as somebody who gave everything he had before dying. I don't want to die, you know, with any regrets. I don't want to die having not done this or that. No.
Yeah.
By the time it's done, I loved as much as I could. I had fun as much as I could. I laughed so hard. I danced and I was sweating. I did everything I loved. It was if I love photography, I did it. If I love this, I did it. If I loved to do, I did everything.
Yeah.
That's how I want to be remembered. I want to go very empty, like empty. That's
I
how
want
I
to
want to.
I want to remind you that this is not the first time I've heard you say this.
Really?
I've probably heard you say this. The first time could have been, if I'm not mistaken, 2014 or 2015.
Oh.
And I didn't forget you said this.
Okay,
And now
so
again
at
you
least that
repeat it. That
confirms
means you
to
mean
you.
it with all alacrity.
Oh yes. Oh yes. Oh yes. Let me tell you something. Like, I know in my field of media, the
Yeah.
social media, I know tons of people who have come to me. Initially, people were like, Chidi, exposing your number online is not good, security risk. But you know very well, I have one number. It is shared online. It is not a secret. And through that means people have come back to me and say, Chidi, I want to start a channel. I want to do this. And I would readily tell them every single thing that I use. They will not turn around and say, I don't believe you're telling me all this. And I'll be like, but that's what you asked me. And they're like, they're shocked. Why am I telling them everything that is supposed to be my secret? I'll be like, why is it my secret? Did I invent it? I didn't invent it. We didn't invent YouTube. Me and you are using
I
Zoom.
mean, the vision is different. So what's the point?
Exactly.
Vision is different. It's like book
I'm not
writing.
fighting. I'm
Like
not fighting
acting,
anybody.
it's like producing a movie. It's like there can't be only one producer. There has to be various producers, and there can't be only one writer. There can't be only one music artist. Listen, even in the same genre, there has to be multiple people,
What do you think?
tons of people,
What do you think? What do
because
you think you know?
that's the spice of it.
What do you think you know? You see, people are
Variety.
so people are so narrow-minded.
Yeah,
And
they are
short-sighted,
narrow-minded and small-minded.
Small-minded. When you honestly think that all of a sudden you are, it's like a bird telling another bird that you're flying in my airspace. You shift. There's not enough space for us in the air. Can you imagine one tiny bird? So you
because
don't
the
know.
bed is tiny, so it needs more. He thinks it's about space. It's not about space. It's not about.
So
It's about skills.
You have to let people,
Yeah,
honestly.
it's about skills. And
you know what they normally say,
vision.
that the grave is the richest place on earth.
On earth, because a lot of
that's
people
where
go there without.
You find, yes, people died without revealing all the ideas and all the skills that they had, because they kept keeping it for themselves, to themselves. No. That's not me. I want to die very empty. The day I die, everybody will be
fulfilled.
You see, and that's my problem. I am fulfilled every single day with everything I do.
Absolutely.
I find fulfillment
for sure,
in every day.
If you go today, you know you lived it.
Oh yes.
Experienced it and you gave it.
Oh yes. I gave it my best. Yes, I want to be remembered as someone who gave it their best shot. I think I tried. Yeah, I may not have.
Is that your best shot though?
I gave it my best.
Could you do better?
I tried my best, and my best may not be good enough, but I tried.
Yeah. Congratulations, Chidi.
Thank you very much.
We are done with your legacy one-on-one interview with Amaka BK. You're very welcome, and it has been a delight speaking to you and with you today. And I hope our viewers loved it as much as I do, and love it. I hope so. And I hope to see you again. Of course, we have all those things to tackle, to talk on, to discuss, to break down, to get an understanding, and to share our various perspectives on. And we are always going to meet up again in the future. Thank you, viewers, for sticking around. Thank you for watching.
Before you go, let me just use this opportunity to thank you for having me on your show, and to encourage you, as they will say, do not despise your humble beginning. I want to encourage you. I want to ask that wherever you think we can be of help, however we can help to make your vision a reality, we are more than available and ready to help. You're doing a very good job. You did a good interview. You brought out, and that's what makes a good interview. You were able to bring out some things in me that I never even thought about. And for that, I really want to applaud you for doing that.
Glad
and
I was able to do
to
that.
keep doing what you're doing. Thank you so much for having me.
You're welcome. And thank you to our viewers. Thank you to our subscribers. You're my most valuable players. Don't forget that. I appreciate you every day long. And please continue to like, share, comment. If you want to be a part of this show in any way possible, you want to feature, you want to grant us an interview, reach out to us here on the comment section, or look out for our information on our profile page. As well as our contact information is club5.consulting@gmail.com. And we are on Instagram, we are on Twitter. You can find us on Amaka Beke Legacy, as well as your amiable host and Amaka Beke on Twitter. Follow us everywhere, and we're bringing you more content as the Lord blesses us. Shalom from Canada with love. Peace.
Bye-bye.